seeing now, baby. Know that I gave it my all. I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the words in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. It's like you almost know what I am thinking. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing.
There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another Pixel Geek live stream. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me this weekend. It is Saturday. Again, we've all made it here together. Welcome, welcome. We are the final two streams of the year. Yeah, right? Yeah. This is second to the last. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to everyone who's in the live chat room right now. First one in the door, Koofy, message retracted. Oh, I wonder what you said, but whatever you said, hello, welcome. Your new name here, new avatar. So welcome to the stream. Mohammed is back. Penny is here. Yes. Pablo is here. Steven Love, welcome back. I am glad you're back. I am glad you're doing well. I am glad you're healthy. Missed you too. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And if you're DeGeorgie K is here as well. If you're the type that likes to lurk, not talk in the live chat, that's totally fine. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully we can make it valuable for you. That's what we try to do at every stream. And if you're watching a recording, thank you. Thank you for clicking on the thumbnail and watching. But yeah, thank you so much, as well as all the subscribed community members, starting with the Pixel Pros and our Pixel Geeks, Yasuki and Anto, Mason, Yindrik, Amanda, and the Pixel Geek Ash, Dalvin, Christian, Brian, Steven is here, Kate, Martin, John, Mackenzie, Mark, Luke, and our newest member, Penny. Yes. So thank you all so much for your support of this community and my streams. And yeah, I mean, I can't thank you all enough. If you haven't noticed yet, if you want to also wear the I should have worn one, Webflow gear, my wife designed the shirt, so you can, it's below this video. It's on Teespring. Click that and grab yourself a shirt or a Pixel Geek mug. Yes. Oh man. Who else is here? Brian. Oh yay. Brian is here. Welcome. All right. So if you're new to the stream, again, welcome. These streams happen every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific time, where we talk and geek out all about no-code things, mainly Webflow, but also, how does Webflow fit into the ecosystem of no-code? All right. So today we're going to be going over the new Webflow feature called nested symbols. I haven't had time to use it. I still, to be honest, I still don't play enough with the symbols and how you can make that componentize, how you can make symbols componentize and whatnot. But now they've just went into a level deeper where you can put a symbol inside of a symbol, and I'm like, what? How does this work? Why do I need it? Why does this feature even exist? So we're gonna deep dive into that together, because I'm still confused, and maybe some of you are as well. So we'll go ahead and jump into this confusion, and maybe as we click on many buttons, which I encourage everyone to do, we learn something. All right. Before we get into today's topic, morning announcements. Let's see here. Where's my notes? Okay, there we go. Yeah, So this morning, actually at 8 a.m., I recorded a podcast which will be released next month, with the Shadow Studios, the agency, and those, I forgot their names, Yaya and Cheyenne. I hope I'm saying your names right. It was fun talking with them and explaining my background and how I came into this no-code revolution, and just how I think very philosophically. If you've been watching my streams, you understand. I go very deep into thoughts about space and people and whatnot. Well, if you don't know, listen to that podcast when it comes out next month. But yeah, follow Shadow C Studio on Twitter. Also, if Colleen, if you want to put out the link in the chat. The Buildies! The Buildies! So MakerPad is doing a end of the year awards thing. And if you want to nominate someone, you can. So there's a connector award celebrating community builders that bring people together. The No Code Base Award, showcasing those who are pushing the boundaries of building without code. The Anywhere Award, the Open for All, the Mighty Keyboard. Oh, highlighting the bloggers. Yes, yes. Get Schooled Award, showcasing independent educators, new forms of education. The Profitability Award. I'm, yeah, I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out how to get into that category. And the Actually Helpful Award, celebrating the investors that actually contribute to building the future rather than just writing checks and tweeting. Yeah, yeah. So if you want to nominate someone, thebuildies.com. And lastly, so I think it was a week ago, December 3rd. Yeah, so a week ago, Pablo put out a tweet and also mentioned me and Waldo and saying, hey, how do I do this idea? So he already designed it. He already created the collections and added the data into this project, but he didn't know how to actually make it come alive. He was trying on his own, but I was like, there needs to be custom code. And so I jumped on the opportunity and said, I will help you out. And I figured it out thanks to jQuery and Stack Overflow. And I'm like, cool, here you go. And you can clone this if you want for your own random idea generator. So if you press refresh, or if you click on this, which is basically a refresh anyways, just done by code, you get a different idea. And if you like part of the idea, but just want to change one of the ideas, you can just click. And I'll be doing a tutorial soon on the code that I made to make this happen. I mean, you can get the code by yourself by cloning on this, but as with everything I do on this channel, I will explain it. I mean, you can copy code, cool, but do you know what that code really means? I think that's more important than actually copying and pasting code. All right? So, that's it. That's it. Now, before I go into Webflow, this might, or this might be a quick tutorial. This might be a quick deep dive, and because of that, start linking your projects. If you want me to review your project, or if you have a question, start posting in a live chat right now. Do it, and then Colleen will jot it down for me, and I'll answer it after the whole deep dive of nested symbols. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. And again, the questions, if they're something easy that you can Google, please Google it first. Because most of the questions, like, how do I use grid in Webflow? That's exactly what I would type into Google. Do stuff like that first. If it's a complex question like, hey, I'm trying to do an interaction and it's not working, that's the stuff I want to dive into during these streams. All right. So complex questions or projects that you want me to look over and review and give you some feedback. Okay. So toss them into the live chat right now. Let's see here. I have 2 people watching on Twitter. So the people on Twitter, hi. I'm not watching that chat, but thank you so much for watching. And there is no count on LinkedIn. So, okay, cool. So I'm just focusing on the YouTube chat. If you're not there, hop on over to youtube.com/pixelgeek and subscribe if you want. All right, let's go into nested symbols. Blank project. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm guessing symbols is all about componentizing. So let's use pre-built layouts to make a pre-built page. Okay, so we have a nav, sticky nav. We're gonna have a basic hero, and let's go ahead and add a card section, and let's go ahead and add a gallery. Sure, why not? No, there. So we have a gallery, And then lastly, let's go ahead and put it in a footer. No. There. Cool. Yay! We made our web page just like that. And we're done. End stream. No, just kidding. All right. So, let's first talk about symbols. What is a symbol? A symbol is a component that you can create. You can customize a whole component, like, say, this nav bar, right? And you want to use it on multiple pages. Well, what you need to do is just take that parent element, right click on this little tab, and click on create symbol. That's it. Now we're going to call this nav bar. And now if I go to another page, for instance, if I create a new page, and drag that symbol in, whatever I do here, for example, if I take this and say something else, and then I go back to my home page, that same component, that symbol, has also been changed. So symbols is a great way to reuse the same group of elements over and over and over again. So that's the easy part. All right. Now let's go one step further. Okay. Let's say this right here, this card. We like the style and we want to, actually these three cards. Let's take this whole cards grid container. Like, we like the style, so let's reuse it everywhere. Okay, so this is something I'm going to reuse on all different pages. So I'm going to right click, create symbol, and say cards. Okay, so now this is a bunch of cards. It's not a house, but it's a bunch of cards. So I'm going to back out of that instance. I'm going to copy this and paste it on my other new page. And there we go. Oh, it's not inside of a container. It's okay. That's why it's all huge, but you get what I mean. So if I double click and say this is primary card, I'm just changing the text. Okay. And so if I go back to my home page, just like the nav bar, that card has been changed. Right? So now let's go into nested symbols. Wait. Do I want to get into that for? No. I don't want to get into that. Here's why. It's because for something like navbar, the next evolution that the team did was you can make override fields. And it actually took me a while to understand the concept. I'm like, why would I even need it? So you can make your nav bar. You can make any of your you can make any of your symbols more of a component, a customizable component, if you add an override field. So I'm going to double click. And then, for instance, this button text, based on the instance of this, I can change it. Okay, so hold on. Well, I know it's getting kind of confusing, but hear me out. So right here, we have these override fields. So I can click it and create a new field. All right. But some of you are probably wondering, why do that complicated step when you can just double click and change this to something like sign up? Okay. That's easier, right? Well, this sign up, the sign up button, the way that text, that'll be on every single page. What if I want to go to my other page right here, and for, I don't know, A/B testing, I don't want it to say sign up on the child page. I want it to say like sign up for free. But I only want to say sign up for free on this page, not on the home page. So if I go back to home, it still says sign up for free. How do I fix that? Override field. So if I double click on this button, I can set an override field. Okay? And then I click on new field, and then it pops up this, and I'm going to name it. So I'm going to call it nav button text or label, whatever you want. Let's call it label. Okay, so we have nav button label, create, and link. Boom, done. So notice how this changed from a blue outline to a purple one. So purple means override. All right, cool. So now if I click outside of it and then back on this, notice how it has a button label. Okay. So if I go back to instance, I click on this, look what it says for text in the element settings panel. It's that nav button label, and it says sign up for free. Okay. But I only want this to say sign up now. Cool. Sign up now. That's what it says. If I go to my new page, notice how it still says sign up for free because that's our default. That's the one that we've set in the beginning before we actually made it into an override. All right, so sign up for free. What if I want to change it to something like join now for free? All right, so I've set it to this instance, and it'll only show the text based on the instance. So on the home page, it says sign up now, whereas that new page, it says join for free. So now you can see how it's becoming more componentized, right? And again, let me know if you have questions in the chat room, and I'll try to explain it even further, right? But if you're still with me, there you go, okay? So that's how the override works. With overrides, you can also do stuff like override the link. Like, for instance, if this button links over to somewhere, you know, what if you want to make that link customized based on the page that it's on or based on the instance? Okay, you can do that too with link to field. All right, so it's just the same thing as I did with the text. All right, now let's go ahead and put this sticky bar twice. I'm going to copy and paste. All right, so now we have two instances of this on the same page. And just like I've shown you on the new page, you can change that instance override right here. Please join. So there you go. So it's based on the instance, not only the page, but also the instance. So I can place as many as I want of this component and change that button label however I want based on the instance. All right. So now it goes into symbols within symbols. What? Why? Why would you do that? All right. So, I think it has something to do with atomic design. So again, I haven't played with this, so I'm like, and I'll explain atomic design soon. So hold on. So let's get into this, and let's add a button. Okay, I added a button. Okay, what if I want to right click, create symbol? Okay, main button. Okay. Okay, so I had a button. Put it here, put it here. Okay, I think I'm getting it. So I have 3 buttons, and they're inside of a symbol. Okay. So, just like any other symbol, if I keep clicking inside to get into it, I'm going to say, let's say learn more. Okay, that's what I expected. When you change one, it changes them all. Let me set an override field. I'm confused. Okay. How come I can click on this plus sign, add override field. Let me hide this. But yet, I can also do the same thing here. What is the difference between this and this? Okay, I've already clicked this one, so let's take a journey and click on this one. Why is it yellow? I'm guessing this field is not linked. Okay, I'm guessing yellow means caution. Okay, so text, and then the name of this is button label. This is the default text value of the symbol field. Okay, so I'm going to say learn more is the default value. It's not multi-line. Okay, so I'm there. Unlinked. So link to text. Oh. And now it shows up here? Okay, now it's linked. Why is there two different UIs that can do the same thing? Okay. And this is why this stream is called Learn With Me. Because this is me learning. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to click out of it. Double click to get into the cards symbol. Click once on this. And we're back to... Okay, well. So this one is going to say primary card button. Whereas this one is going to say secondary. Secondary. And this is thirdly. Tertiary. How do you spell tertiary? Right? Tertiary? Anyways. Okay. Component side of component. That worked. I'm still trying to find the Y. I mean, it's there, right? Okay. 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 So if I double click and then if I go like this, isn't it the same thing? Like if I take this and I say this is a new field. I'm trying here. Okay. So when I first watched the Webflow tutorial or intro video to this, Grimmer's whole Inception thing, at the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm guessing it has to do with atomic design. So Brad Frost, Atomic Design. So this old book, what was it? November, 2016. Basically, you start out with atoms, molecules, organism, template, pages. So atoms are these components, right? For example, if you're making a search, right? Search the site is the label, keyword, and then the search button. And then those are the atoms. You put them together to create a molecule, and it looks like this. You put those together with other molecules, and you make organisms. So you have a whole nav bar. And then you create a template with a bunch of other organisms. And then you get a page. And then it just grows like from the atom all the way over to a whole website. So I'm guessing it's something that we have to... It's something that we can do now in Webflow using nested symbols. So let me try it this way. Let's make a new page and let's make some atoms. Okay, so actually let me name this components. Okay, all right, so let me just drag in a section with a container just so I can have something to play inside of. Okay, so we have this. Let's recreate this experience right here. So using symbols. Everything I'm going to do is going to be symbols. Everything. So maybe it'll make sense going from this approach. All right, so let's add a heading, and then we're gonna call this is our atoms. Okay. Now let's bring in a label. Okay, so let's bring in a label. So that's going to be a text block. And this is going to be, we're just going to right click, create symbol. This one, we're going to call it label. And with this label, we're going to create an override field. We're going to call it label text. Hello. I'm trying to figure out symbols within symbols. My first go at it, it was confusing. You want to say hi to chat?
Hi, chat.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, bro, I heard you like symbols.
Yeah, so we put a symbol within your symbol.
Within a symbol.
You're so cool.
Symbol.
Jeez. Anyways, so I'm using this atomic design. Yeah, so I don't know. All right, so we have the label text, and next thing we need to build is an input field.
Oh, it's so warm in here.
I know.
Stay in here. It's cold outside.
Okay, so we have that. So let's leave that, and let's go ahead and make an input field. So I'm going to drag in a form block because that's the only way to put an input field. Maybe delete everything. And let's see here. I'll take the whole form block because you can't just take an input field. So right click, create symbol. I'll call this input field. Cool. There's no really overrides for this, I don't think, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And let's also add a button. Okay. I'm going to right click, create symbol, and this is our button. Uh-oh, I think it's making sense in my head. Okay, I get it. So I'm going to link this new field. I'm going to call it I should have left it. Button text. And then the link, new field, button link. Cool. All right. So we have our atoms. Sweet. Let me add some space right here. Cool. So we have our atoms. All right. And we're going to style these. Let's style these real quick. Let's go ahead and make this my favorite font of the day. 1826. Make it bold. Semi-bold. And let's go ahead and the input field, let's go ahead and style this. Give it some rounded corners. Make this bigger. There we go. Something like that. Rounded corners. And let's make a max width of like 550 pixels. There we go. Something like that. And then this button, we're going to style it too. And let's go ahead and give it some rounded corners as well. And let's add a hover effect to it just for fun. Make it a little bit darker on hover. And also add a transition. Cool. All right. So we have our 3 atoms. Next, let's go ahead and put them 3 together and create a molecule. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Let's call this molecules. Let me add a border just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have molecules. So these 3 molecules will come together as one. When to become one. Oh my god. Where did that come from? Okay, so we're going to add a div. And we're going to put them together in this style where it's 1 row and 2 rows. So, okay. So I'm going to put you in here. I'm going to put them all in here. Okay, and then put a div. So these 2 can be on the same row. And how to put something in the same row real fast. we flex it and we center it and we're good to go. Okay, it's not perfect, but we made a molecule. And now I'm guessing we can right click, create symbol. Okay, search, I'm gonna call it molecule. Okay, that works. And so if I change the base of this, because I linked it, okay. So if I change the style of this, obviously it's going to change because it's the instance is all the same. So I'm like, I want to change this to Montserrat, make sure it's all caps. Let's the letter spacing out a little, and okay. Is this making sense, anyone? I think it is for me. So yeah, we have that molecule. And so if we make other atoms, because after this molecule, then we can make organisms. Okay, so let me take the cards thing. Oh, okay. So what if I make a card? Okay, so let me just make a card. So a card is simply a div. We'll just go ahead and make a max width of like because I'm gonna use a grid. Okay, yeah. I'm just thinking it through. It's making sense. So, and Stephen Love says he's waiting for your YouTube channel. Okay, so we have this div, and we're gonna make it a card. So let's pretend that we have an image in our card, and this image is like 100%. What are you doing?
Being creepy.
Oh God! Like I'm in the mode right now. You can get. Okay, and then, okay, and then we'll put in some text. But shouldn't we use the label? Oh man, how far deep can we go with? Well, anyways, yeah, let's just make this. No, a card is a molecule. Man, because I'm trying to go from the smallest thing, and right now I'm grouping multiple things. So what I want is an image, a text, and a button. That's a card. It's basically what I'm trying to do right here. I'm trying to do this, but like the image is an atom. This right here is an atom. This is an atom, and the card button is an atom too. So I feel like already I'm going too far with this. Whoa, man. Okay, this image right here, let's call it card image, or yeah, card image, whatever. And let me delete this link block, or this block. Okay, so we have a card image, and this will be an atom, right? Card atom. Oh no, card image atom. I think this is the way to go. All right, so we have a card image atom, and then so we have a label. We already have a button. So that's it, right? So I can make this a molecule. So let's go down here and let's go ahead and div, and I'm going to put my card image in there, and then from there I'm going to take the label, and I'm going to take a button, and then these right here, right click. Oh, nope. Right click this, create symbol, and say this is a card. Right? Am I doing this right? All right, so we have our molecules, right? Help me. Wait, for the card image, did I make, I have to make this a new field called card image, create a link, there we go. So that way if I want to change it, all right. Um, Marine from Texas. Would you have to make each atom a symbol and then bring all the atoms together to form the molecule of symbols? Yes, that's what I'm thinking this nested symbols is all about. So that way you can make like a whole design. That's the whole thing that they're trying to do. Design systems. I've never made one. And so you're seeing me dip my toe into design system making right now. So uh okay, so we're making cards. Okay? So let's go ahead and make an organism. So I'm going to copy paste. I'm going to name this organism. Organisms. Delete that. And so let me put a grid, and I want a grid of 3 columns. And in the first column, I'm going to put in my card. All right, and then in this card, if I double click, and this one right here, I want to change the image. How do I? Okay, there we go. I can change the image. Okay, okay. I think this is where link to parent comes into play. Okay, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna copy paste it 3 times, and so there we go. We have an organism, and so can I right click this organism and say card organism? Whoa! I didn't know we can go 3 levels deep. That's why we're talking about Inception. Yo, okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I'm here. So I have this organism. Right? And then if I go in one, I'm like, okay, for this, I want to change the text. Like this, I want to change the text. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say card 1. Okay, it's changing on all of them. Even though this is linked to by itself. Okay, so this is where link to parent comes from. Okay, it's no card label. So I changed the card label, and that's happening on all 3 of them. Oh, it's happening on all of them. Okay, but not here. So this is the main one. Okay, so I'm guessing if I... Nope, not that. If I click on this and say link to parent... Oh, okay. Card label. Okay. And so if I go here... No, I have to go one up. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Oh, there it is. So I have a card label, and so I want to say card 1. Oh, okay. And if I go here, I can say card 2. Okay. And then Cardi B. Got it. I think. Okay. So we've made an organism, and then with more organisms, you can create a template. We won't go this far down. Let's review what we've discovered so far. So, atomic design for design system building. Yeah, atomic design. So we have our atoms. Let me change this style so we know that this has nothing to do with it. This is just a label for each of our... This label, it can also be a component. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's just play around. Component title. Component title or header. And then here we can set a link field and say heading text. Yeah, that's fine. Cool, cool. So I can just take this, delete it, and put in component header just for fun. And then here I can say molecules. Cool. Nope. Nope. I have to click on the cog. And this one's organisms. Okay. I think I get it. I think I get it. Here you go. So what I've learned is you can take the smallest thing, just a basic text block, an input field and a button, and you put all those three together and it becomes a molecule, which is your text block and your thing and your thing. You can take it even further for even cards and put those three together and it becomes an organism. And so when you change the style of a, say, the button, like say I want the button to be a different style, I would double click and just change this. And I click out. It happens on all of them. So there we go. So you have components and you have class names. Wow, that's why it's... How do I teach this? How do I explain this? Are any of you understanding this? Because I kind of do. I kind of get it. But I want to figure out a way to explain it even more. So, wow, we can go hashtag deep on this. So we have our grid, which is our card organism, and I can copy and paste it, and I can write, or yeah. So we have our organism. If I go even deeper, and then I want to change this, yeah. Does this make sense? Let me go to chat. Let's see here. Questions, general comments. Eli, how is it working with overriding images? Here, let me get an image real quick. What images can I use? Hold on. Whoa. What did I do? Let's see here. The flat. Let me just get some flat icons or whatever. Hold on. I'm getting a pack of unicorn icons real quick. Put this into desktop. Okay, let me just get a bunch of these. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So I have a bunch of unicorns from flaticons.com, free SVGs. And so how will the card organisms work with images? So if I double click in this, I want to change it. But if I change it here, it changed it on all of them. So what I need to do is undo, link to parent. Wow, look how deep it's going with the names. So card image. Okay, cool. So because it's linked to the parent, I cannot change it on this level. We have to go one level up. So I'm going to go to this one. Wait. Okay. Okay, so I have to back out of this image or instance. And now if I click on this, yeah, okay, there we go. Because I'm on card. I'm not on the image, I'm on the card. And go here, I can choose the image and change it. There we go. And I can go here, change it. Sleepy unicorn. If I go here, change it. There we go. All right. Huh. And if I go up, it hasn't changed. The atoms and the molecules didn't change, only inside of the organism. So if I double click and I want to change the button text, I can't change the button text because I haven't linked it. All right. So I'm going to go to button, double click on button text. And this one, I'm going to, the link and the text need to be linked to the parent. Button link. Oh, geez. Button text. I spelled it wrong. Button text. There we go. Cool. So now I can go one instance up, click on the cog, and now I have more fields to play with. Wow. So this is card one link. Okay, and then this one, same thing. Card two link. So my brain is thinking this is compartmentalizing the thing. So you have your styles and you're reusing styles. And then when it comes to actual content within your elements, that's when you use the symbol overrides. All right. So you have styles on one side and then you have content on the other. It's kind of like how Webflow Designer UI is for the designers, and they can make all the design changes happen. For the content editors, your content collaborators that you invite to use the CMS, hold on, I need the name of this page. Components. Okay. So if I go to editor, and this is what your clients or whoever is the content editors would see. So if I go to components and it's like, okay, cool, I want to change this. So I'm guessing, okay, there'll be the content of this element is synced between multiple elements. That's new. Okay. So like okay. Okay. Yeah, so I guess it would be their same experience, but I guess as a designer, you'll be able to take more control of how these atoms become pages. Interesting. Chat, what do you think? What are we thinking? Marine from Texas. So would this be a good example or no? If not, I do not understand it after all. Atoms are the components. Molecules are elements. Organisms are sections. Templates or wireframes. Pages is website. You got it. Yeah. That's how I'm understanding it. If it's different, let me know. I mean, design systems is a way, like if you work with, like, Vox Media, they own things like The Verge and hold on, let me go on their website. Vox Media. Networks. Yeah. So Vox Media, they have all of these: SB Nation, The Verge, Vox, Vulture, Polygon. So all of these, right? And so how do you make sure that all of these networks like still that you have one giant basically pool of designed elements? How do you make sure that when it comes time to change everything in the future or make small little iterations to a button style, like that has massive effects to the design later on? So like how do you keep it all together? And that's where I think design systems come in. And so think about it as a atomic design. So this is more of a big client type of thing, but I think you can still use it for smaller sites, you know. But this is how I'm taking it. Let's go to any questions. So here we go. Craig, could I create something like this in Webflow? Okay, I'll answer that one later if it has something to do, not something else. I mean, that has nothing to do with this topic. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, wow, lots of questions. Lots of questions. Okay, so let me take one. Okay. Amina, Amina, did you work on nested symbols? And I miss you too. Amina actually is part of the Webflow team. She's a great developer. She's super awesome. She helped with the No Code Awards recently. And Amina, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a wonderful morning. And yeah, we'll talk soon in the Webflow Slack. Let's see here. Pablo, why not just copy and paste and then duplicate the class for the element instead of making nested symbols? Like, what are the pros and cons? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I really feel like nested symbols and componentizing everything, doing this whole atomic design, is more of a bigger enterprise type of thing. And most recently, Webflow marketing team and the team in general pushed out news about how they're going more into the enterprise world. So I'm guessing this feature makes sense to release right after they talked about enterprise. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see how I put this into my workflow, because maybe in the future, I'll have a big project where I have to make a design system with a whole team. I mean, that would be amazing. Yeah. So I'm still trying to find out those pros and cons. And again, this is my first time doing it. I don't know how many levels deep we can go, how many components within component, how many atoms within atoms, like how far we can go with this, you know? Like, is it possible that we can go all the way to the pages level where a whole page can be this one giant component? Oh, is that what it is? You take a whole page and it's a giant component, and then within that you have these templates with no UI. Yeah, UI kits. Yeah, you can make UI kits with this whole thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, Pablo. Sean, could this be used to create a black and white version of a nav bar? You can make a black and white version of a nav bar just with CSS. I don't. Yeah, you can't componentize background colors. You can't like do the symbol overrides with CSS. Only with content. So, yeah. Pixelgeek Steven says you can use it for smaller as well. Charlie Marie talks about design systems on her channel. I need to watch that. I need to understand design systems. Because to be very honest, when I make websites that like a client gives me a Figma link, I'm just like, okay, cool. So I'm taking it bum bum bum. Like I'm just designing everything as I go down the page. Maybe this workflow of like instead of making everything from top to bottom, I look at it deeper and say, okay, what's the atoms? Then what's the molecules, organisms, templates, and pages? And maybe that'll make my workflow faster. I need to learn this. I need to learn this. Okay. Okay, if there's no other questions on this one, I'll get into the regular questions. Okay. Oh yeah, cool. We're on hour number 2. That's good. Okay, here we go. Let me scroll up on the questions. All right, Stay Up Late says, I want to export a Webflow project without animations, but the CSS resets that. Webflow forces you to use are quite numerous, so the exported code is not as clean as I would expect. Plans to address. So I can't say anything about any bug fixes or future releases of Webflow. But I want to export a Webflow project without animations, but the CSS resets that. So without animations. So you're not using any Webflow interactions, right? And you're not. Are you using any CSS transforms or even a CSS hover on any of your elements? You know? Usually the code is super clean, but that all depends on how you structure your class naming and your HTML elements before you export. So I'm not sure how to answer that. I would need to see an example if you can. Like show if you can post your preview link, that would be good. Maybe I can help answer from there. All right, moving on to Craig's question. Could I create something like this, apartments.com, with Webflow? Is that the one with like Jeff Goldblum? The commercial with Jeff Goldblum? Oops. What did I just copy paste? Oh wait, no. Apartments.com. All right. So what can you make? Can you make this? Yeah. Can you make the back end of this with no code tools? I mean, you can make the design, of course, but everything you need to do to make this happen, not with Webflow by itself. You would probably need to put in like Zapier, member space, member stack, and Airtable, and all these other things to make this come alive, to make this happen. It'll take a while. And if you want to go as far as apartments.com, you may have to, you may have to even hire developers. So use Webflow to be your design tool or your design system maker, and export everything out and place that in your own environment and have these awesome web developers make the magic happen. Yeah. So the answer is maybe. All right. Ole Hansen. Pablo has answered a bit in chat. Oh, Ole, you left the stream, but if you're going to watch the recording, your question is regarding a breathing halftone JS effect. I would like to apply an image. What do I need to do to get it working? Already tried and failed. Let's see here. Breathing halftone. Ooh. Ooh. That's the sound I hear in my head when I'm playing with this. All right. This is cool. Whoa. Whoa. Neato Stevo. Okay. Okay. Cool. What would you need to do to get this working on Webflow? Maybe this is for a tutorial later. I mean, it seems like simple is relative. Simple code that you can add into Webflow. I'm guessing you what's this? Yes. I'm guessing this is the magic that makes it happen. Yeah. I'll probably make a tutorial for this. We'll see. Cool. It's probably doable in Webflow. I'd like to get it. Pablo says, I think you can do it in Webflow, but Webflow doesn't support the canvas tag. You would have to add it to an embed element. Yep, that's what I think so too. All right, Masood. On desktop, I want to show the bigger picture of the thumbnail on hover, but in tablet and mobile, I want to show the big picture over over the thumbnail, which click, the bigger picture will change. I'm not sure what it means. Hold on. Okay, where's this going? Hold on, I'm trying to get the link. Oh, okay. All right, so we're here. So when you click on this, it shows up here, I'm guessing. So you click on this. Okay, and okay, if you hover on it, it shows up on here, on top. This one is... Okay, I see what you're trying to do. So if you hover and it shows up here on the side, and then on smaller ones, you would need to make it there. I think your first journey into this, I would have to find it on my own website. Hold on. Or sorry, YouTube channel. I've done something like this where it's like zoom. Hold on. Yep, found it. So a zoom effect. Oh, Jesus. Look at that mug. All right. I'll post it in chat. There's this video. Where's chat? Yeah, there's this video where you're able to zoom in on an e-commerce product on hover. So maybe that is something towards what you're trying to do. So you would have like an image, the full image as display none, right? But on hover of this one thumbnail, you display block on that one bigger image. So you're just using Webflow interactions to make that happen. All right. Masood, this is a portfolio website and pictures are coming from multi-image from a collection. Yeah, you can still make it happen. You can still make it happen using, I'm guessing, position absolute. Yeah, it is possible. And I can make a tutorial of that too. That seems like an interesting one. Can I do it right now? Probably. I'm trying to think of the steps. But let me go on to another questions, and I'll come back to this if I can. Any other questions? Stay Up Late says, downloading the source, that zip comes with a big webflow.css with a lot of resets and presets. Oh, okay. It's the Webflow framework. So in the webflow.css, it has a lot of CSS for components that Webflow has created, like the container, lightbox, slider, navbar, drop down menu, Google Map, and all these other things. And so it's in there. The CSS to make those things happen are in there, as well as your own custom CSS, which is saved as a different file name. So if that's what you're talking about, yeah, Webflow does come with a lot of resets and presets because it's using its own framework. It's just like if you were to start from Bootstrap, Foundation, a framework like that, it comes with its own baseline CSS. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, is there any... So, no sites to review. There's some questions from Mohammed. Are pages locked in a template? I want to use one and delete. No, they're not. It's just that if you're on a starter plan in Webflow, which is a free one, you can create up to 2 pages from a blank state. But what I tell people is, if you want more than 2, find a free template out in webflow.com/templates. Find a free one that has more than 2 pages, and then use that as your starting point. And then delete all the elements on the page. On each of the pages, delete all the elements, and then there you go. You have like 5 or 10 static pages to play with. If you delete a page, you won't get that page back unless you pay for an upgraded account plan. All right. So if you're just learning Webflow now, find a project that has more than 2 pages for free, and then clone that, and that'll be your starting place. And you can delete all the elements, all the data, and whatever, and then you can start playing around. Just don't delete any of the pages because you can't get them back. Mohammed, why do you have so many questions? Oh, you're very curious. Bruno Simon Simmons has an amazing website. I think you should check it out. Yep, I've seen that website before. Can I build Bruno Simon's website inside of Webflow? The answer is a definite no. Because this beautiful art piece is using so many different things. I mean, even look at this. There's a car up here. Right? And then when you play around with the car, is it moving too? Yeah, see, the car moves too in the title bar. Like, what? And you're playing around with the car with your arrow keys. Yeah, so can you do this in Webflow? Of course not. This takes a lot of... I mean, will we get there with no code tools to be able to do something like this without code? One day. People didn't think that it's possible to make a car drive on its own, and now it's becoming just like, there's so many companies, Waymo, Zoox, Tesla, making it happen. So is it possible now? No. Making something like this without code in the future? Maybe. It would be nice. So yeah, can you make this? No, not right now. Okay. Cool. I think I got through all the questions. So I'm going to take that challenge then from Masood. All right. Okay, let me check the chat right now. There you go. Hey, Nelson from Ranjan. Nelson Colleen coming back after 6 months. Whoa, 6 months. Welcome back, Ranjan. Where you been? Hope you're doing well. Okay. All right, let's do a zoom effect. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. Let's do a zoom effect. Let's try this. Let's go to a new page. So let's delete these. Okay. Let's put in a section, a container, like I do all the time. Throw this down here. Okay. So we want to make something where if I hover over thumbnails on this side, something happens on this side. So let's use a grid to have 2 columns, 1 row. Okay. And remember kids, don't ever use this. This is old. We don't need it. Unless your client is on IE11, you don't need this. Stop using it. Use grid and you'll be happy. All right. So let's do this. I'm thinking. Okay. Let's put a grid within a grid. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 thumbnails inside of here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's put 4 thumbnails inside of here. So I'm going to put a grid within a grid. And this grid, we're going to delete one of the rows. Now we have 4. But I want to push that over to the right side so we can set this to manual. And so, why is this percentages? So we're going to say this column starts at 2 and ends at 2. So that way, now it's on this side. Okay. Wait, why is it? Okay. Moving on. All right. So in this grid, let's go ahead and put 4 images. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 images. And in this first one, let's change it to, aw, sad unicorn, winky unicorn, mask, and mischievous unicorn. All right. So if I click on one of these fellas, or not click, we can do a hover. Either or. When we hover over one of these, a bigger version should show up on this side. Okay? So I'm going to play with position absolute. So let's see here. Let me put in another div block right here. And this div block, this div block will hold these 4. Okay, so since I have a div block here, I don't need to make this manual. I can make this auto. Yeah, because this one's going to hold the bigger version of this. So copy and paste, and now we have the bigger version. But I need these bigger versions to be stacked up on top of each other, because if I just go like this, I want them on top. So I'm going to use position absolute, right? So let's delete the second one, and this one is going to be uni 1. Okay, actually no, not uni 1. Unicorn, big. Okay, that's my base class name, and I'm going to set this position absolute. All right, and right now position absolute is targeting to body. I don't want that because I want it to do top left, but because I do top left and it's relative to body, it's going to go all the way over here. So I want that to be relative to this div block. So what I'm going to do is take this div block and call it unicorn wrapper, and set that one to position relative. If you don't understand position absolute and relative and all the other positions, watch my video. I have a whole video talking about it. So, Colleen, if you can link that, please. Right. So unicorn wrapper. And so now this one is going to be, we're going to say 1 because it's the first one. And let me go copy and paste the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're stacking on top of each other. So this unicorn big, I'm going to replace the image. Hold on. Unicorn, replace. And this is the second one. See how they're stacked up on top of each other? And this one, the third one. And the fourth one. Okay. And for the class names, I want to make sure I'm changing them because in the Webflow interactions, I'm going to target the exact one based on the class name, on the combo class. So now this one's 3. This one is 4. There we go. And yeah. So what I can do is on page load, we're going to, actually we can do that right now. For the parent class name, unicorn big, we're going to display none. Okay? So all of them are gone because they're all using that parent class name of unicorn big. The only thing that's different about them is that combo class of 1, 2, 3, or 4. So now that our stage is set, okay, we've made the CSS happen. Now, how do we make it interactive? How do we make it where I hover over sad unicorn and then sad unicorn shows up? Here we go. Let's go to interactions. So we have this image selected because that's the one that's going to have the trigger. So let's go to interactions at the top right. Press plus and mouse hover. Okay. And so on mouse hover, we're going to start an animation. We're going to start a new animation, call it unicorn hover 1. Okay, so unicorn hover 1. And then I'm going to do a hide show. And I'm going to right click, change the target, and click on the first one. Okay. So what that did was change what's going to be affected. If any element has this exact combo class, do the hide show thing. So right now hide show has a caution symbol, and that means I didn't set the actual hide show. So I have to scroll down to the bottom right, and then here's my hide and show. So I'm going to set it to block, and there is sad kitty. Save. And then on hover out, start an animation, duplicate that one and do a hover out. And then for unicorn big, change it back to display none. And then that's gone. So we test it. And there we go. And you can do opacity instead of display none and display none and block for a more gradual effect, but this is the basic of it. And so now just rinse and repeat for all other ones. So click on the second one, mouse hover, start animation, and to make it simpler, you can just duplicate and then right click, change target, and go to the second one. Save, and then duplicate, right click, change target, second one. Save it, preview, and it doesn't work. Congrats. What? Oh, hover 2, the hover out is that. There we go. And just do the same for all 4. All right. And then if you want that blue box effect where it has like a outline or something, you would do that on the CSS. So for example, if I take this and say, let's add a transparent, Actually, let's do it like that. So we'll start with something light, and then on hover of this image, we can go dark, like that, okay? And then if I preview, whoops, I have to click out, preview, there we go. And then I can just use that same class name on the other one. So the class name is image, so use the class name on this image, image, and there you go. Pretty fun. So hopefully that helps. Who asked that question? Masood. Hopefully that helps. And yes, this also works with collection lists. Good luck on your portfolio site. Portfolio sites are always hard. Okay, Anders, your videos are great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're finding value in them. And again, if you want more direct help, if you want to support the community, go to pixelgeek.community and join. And in there, I have mentoring sessions once a month where we get together and have a private chat over Google Meet, and you know, we talk about things. The last thing we talked about was validation. It's a big word, validation. You know, so we talked about that. And I like to have deep conversations because it's very interesting to me. This whole world is very interesting to me. Steven says they still haven't removed columns from Webflow. I guess it's because some people actually still use it. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, how many people are there's still people using IE11 in older browsers. So, you know, yeah. Masood, you're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome for being here and hanging out for the past hour and a half. Mohammed, 1 a.m. I guess it's time to go to bed. Yeah. Have a great rest. Thank you for being here. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Yes, make the web beautiful together. Let's see here. Any other questions? Yeah. So, we're thinking about changing up the format of these streams because we want to help grow the community and we want to make this more of a tight-knit community. And that's something I'm trying to learn about business, and Colleen knows this too. You know, I'm trying to understand where's that balance because I want to help so many people, but at the same time I don't have enough time to help many people. And so what is the tight-knit community? I'm more about the low quality number of people in community than the big amount of people, because if you watch Twitch, Twitch is a huge live stream community, okay? And if you think about like Ninja or something like that, and you watch their live chat, and it's just quick and it's fast, and it's like, how does anyone read? And it's full of emojis and memes, and you're like, wow. And then there's this one DJ streamer, his name is Jovian. I love that community because there's only like around 50 to sometimes 300 people who are watching him mix live. And I love his mixes. And to me, it's the way he streams, or the way he DJs and mixes music is art. That's what it is to me. And so the people on the chat, there's hardly any chat going on, but that's okay because everyone's basically vibing off the music and just enjoying the small tight-knit community. So that's what I want to do. Make this a smaller community, but grow it with, as I always say, with honesty and empathy. So if you want to join. I don't mind if it's a small number, but that makes it more fun. Ranjan, shifting house, Nelson, and had to finish photo projects, and now I'm back. All right, cool. Let's see, Veronica. I haven't seen. Let me see, Lyra. Veronica. I haven't seen your avatar or name before, so welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Or if you've always been here, sorry, but welcome. Thank you so much for your videos. I started using Webflow recently. You've been a huge help for me. You're welcome. I'm glad the videos are helping you. And speaking of which, next year, sometime in February, the Pixel Geek visual developer course is gonna happen. So I already did a beta test with 3 students. They enjoyed it, and I understood where I have to smooth out some of the things that I've been working on in the background. But maximum 15 students for this course, where I'm going to teach you, if you're just getting into no code for the first time, how to get from zero to the confidence of understanding the concepts of web design and Webflow. So it's a full week, 20 hours, live instruction with me and some teaching assistants from my team. And then the next 3 weeks, you'll have access to a chat board where you can continually ask questions, and I will help you, as well as my teaching assistant will help you. That way, you can have a full month of understanding of how to build visually. If that works, an advanced course for how do you use e-commerce, how do you use interactions. So you're going to understand the hows, but more importantly, you're going to understand the why. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate to my style of tutorials. It's like, I like to teach why. I like to teach live, and I like to teach the why in different concepts. Kind of like Bill Nye, how he explains science, and it's fun. I mean, I even, during the beta run of the visual dev course, I was using my daughter's Duplo blocks, the big Lego bricks. I was using that to explain HTML and CSS and how everything connects together. Right? So if you want to be a part of that, stay tuned. Or you can join the email list, pixelgeek.community/visual-dev-course. So yeah, I want to help everyone get up to speed starting next year. All right. Marine from Texas. Design systems will absolutely change your workflow for sure. Yeah, it's why elements and layouts work in Webflow. If you have a design system, you just drop in pre-designed elements and go. I agree. I need to do this more. I need to understand design systems from an atomic level. Yeah. Right. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I think we may end early if there's no other questions. Let me go to the live chat. Jennifer, I haven't seen your name before. Welcome. Thank you watching from South Africa. Your tutorials are terrific. I appreciate that. Ridpath is back. You're late. Oh, it's okay though. Watch the recording and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two about nested symbols, because it was interesting as it kept going deeper and deeper. Hi. We made an organism.
Nice.
You want to see?
What time is it?
11:35.
Okay.
Look at. So you start from an atomic level where you have label, input, and button, and then we also made some cards. So you make I have a card image, right? And that's just a single element. So these are single elements, so atomic level. And then we go into molecules and say we're making a card molecule. So I took that label, I took that card image from the atoms, and then the label and then the button, right? And now putting those together with other cards becomes an organism. And this is where it went like, whoa, what? Because here, this is, when you go in deeper, you can go as deep as you want. So look at
it's like a group element, like if you're looking at it in Illustrator.
Yeah, it's groups within groups within groups. Mm-hmm. If you're thinking about it in Illustrator terms. And that's where you link things to parents. And that's where that whole inception thing happened. We're like, wait, oh. So I don't know how far deep this can go, but I'm thinking for atomic design, you can go as far as like a whole page is a symbol. Nuts.
That's cool.
Nuts. So, yeah, that's what I learned. Well, all right, bye-bye.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. That's Jess. Could you mention the cost for the visual dev course for those that... Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. So the cost is going to be for non-Pixel Geek members, it's going to be $1,500. And I landed on that number because this is a live training course with 3 extra weeks of support. Okay, so I'm doing it live. That's why. If you're a Pixel Geek member, then it's $1,400, and if you're a Pixel Pro member, it's $1,200. All right, and I like to be honest. This isn't a course where I promise right after you're gonna make $5,000 a month. Nope, I'm not gonna promise you that. I'm gonna promise you that I will be there to help you understand the why behind everything. And when you understand the concepts behind web design and Webflow and other no-code tools, you can take that concept thinking and bring it to any other tool and learn faster in that way. Because back when I was 15 or 16, I learned the concept of HTML. And because of that, I was able to bring that concept into Microsoft Front Page, then to Dreamweaver, and then to Sublime. I took the concepts of what I learned about dynamic pages. I actually learned it from my dad, Microsoft Access and Active Server Pages. Like, it broke my mind to finally realize that variable equals a thing. But then you have to read it backwards, kind of like math, where hold on, I have to explain it by using Webflow. So when I saw something like this, like a thing equals this plus that, this confused the heck out of me, because usually in school you would learn this plus that equals a thing. So you read left to right. So that's how I always learned. And then when I was trying to learn programming, I was like, what? What does that even mean? You know? So it's taking the concept of this and that is putting things into a box on the left side. And I was like, ah. And so I'm using that concept with jQuery and JavaScript, and then using that concept inside of Webflow. Like, how do collection lists work? How do multi-reference, single reference fields work? So yeah, that's what I'm promising. And I want to help as many people get there in a way that's fun, interactive, and in my style. So that's the pitch. I'm not much of a business person, but yeah, the pitch. I'm using all these words. Like I had a meeting with Colleen and the other Pixel Geek team members, and I said the word pipeline, and I was like, "Ugh, I said that. Ugh, I guess I'm there now." Yeah. Alexis, have a great night from France. Yay! Continue your amazing work. Thank you. Exactly, but this is how languages like Mandarin and Arabic work. Yes. Yeah. As someone who always reads left to right, it was hard to get my mind to understand right to left. But then it flipped, and so it just takes a while. Yes. All right. Am I missing anything else? All right. So again, check out. Did you link it? Hold on. So I'll link it. Oops. Where's my? There it goes. So I'm going to link the Visual Dev course sign up if you're just interested, just to be on the email list. Visual Dev course. I think that link works. Hold, please. Yeah. There we go. So if you're interested, to be on the emailing list so I can send you more information when it's with the syllabus and everything, drop your email there. But yeah, next week is the last stream of 2020. What we'll be doing, I don't know. That's how these streams usually go. Sometime in the middle of the week, I'm like, oh, maybe we should do this. And then Colleen and I are like, okay, let's figure it out. Or in this case, Colleen came up with the idea. She's like, hey, you should go into nested symbols. And I actually said, I don't know. I didn't have time to play around with it. And she was like, why don't you do a learn with me stream? I'm like, oh, okay. So there we are. Yeah. Penny, it's like algebra. Let x equal y or y equal x. Yeah, I don't know. It took me a while for me to understand that concept. Yeah. Marina, Texas. Are there any more Pixel Geek team member slots available? If you want to help him volunteer, let's talk. You know? Yeah, I already feel like I have all the help I need, but if there's something you can help us out with, I'd love to talk. I've never ran a team, and this is my first time, and Colleen knows that I am, but just like everyone else in this world, making it up. No one knows what they're doing, and that's the truth right there. Right? So if you want to help out, yeah, let's talk. All right. I guess that's it. There's no other questions. We're just chilling now. So again, pixelgeek.com, pixelgeek.community/visual-dev-course. And if you want to join the community, it's pixelgeek.community. Let me play my playout music. Where's the volume? Oh, there you are. Whoa. I need to find a better way to do this. The music playing? Oh, I have to. Okay, there it goes. Cool, it's playing. Cool. All right, I will see you all next week for the last stream of 2020. And if you're celebrating any of the holidays next week, or if you've already been celebrating, you know, do it with gratitude. I mean, there's so many things to be thankful for. A lot of things happened this year, and both sad and happy. But we'll get through this. We will get through this. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. And these streams happen every Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific time. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. The like button is right there if you really like it. Don't just click it just because. Click it because you actually mean it. I will see you all next week. And as always, make the web beautiful together. See ya.